Hi, I'm Tim Pallin. I'm Paddy Pallin's grandson and Managing Director of Paddy Pallin. We've put together a series of stories about our company and its history. We hope very much that you enjoy them.
One of the things that Rob's done is set up in a formal way, although Paddy had the concept before, Rob has now set up the Paddy Pallin Foundation, and we're able to spend a lot of time working for conservation of flying foxes and other bats.
It's been a large dedication of your time for the last, is it 25 years?
Yes, yeah, too close to 30, I think. Another program that the Paddy Pallin Foundation is running with other partners is the science grants, the Paddy Pallin science grants, and they're contributing to help postgraduates to research science that will help us to understand how ecosystems work and be able to look after them better in the future. So some of them are for marine science, some of them terrestrial science.
The Paddy Pallin Foundation is doing those. We do some other bits and pieces, like we've sponsored a wilderness conference. We contributed to the campaign to reserve the River Red Gum forests in central western New South Wales. So there have been a whole lot of things like that. Nancy and I are also involved in a property down the Illawarra Escarpment, Ben Ricketts Environmental Preserve, where a group of us bought the property and we've put most of it into a voluntary conservation agreement. And conservation agreements, they're about an agreement with the Minister for the Environment in New South Wales to look after that land for conservation purposes under a management plan that's agreed between the landholder and the Minister. And so it's a good way of putting aside land primarily for conservation. But when we first went into this, I realised that the National Parks and Wildlife Service provided some money initially, but there was very little money to continue, and that's why we, through the Paddy Pallin Foundation and our partners, we set up the Private Lands Conservation Grants Program. And I'm pleased to announce that it's now supported by several private groups, including Humane Society International and Foundation for National Parks and Wildlife, but it's also supported now in a big way by the New South Wales Environmental Trust. And so there's now equivalent of about $300,000 a year going into private lands conservation grants.
And has a good deal of value for landholders as well. So if you think of farmers who may want to keep areas of trees along creek lines or ridge tops, hilltops, to preserve that, to reduce soil degradation or erosion, those areas can be put under an agreement. And one of the advantages of that for the landholder is that area no longer counts towards the land tax of your property. That's correct, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually put something away and save a bit of money at the same time.